Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? I am well. One downside of having short hair is it's easily misplaced, meaning it's easily getting messed up. Unless, of course, you really love hairspray. I don't. Let me get into my Mary Poppins bag. There. So, I'm ready for the expo. I don't know about everybody else. One thing for sure, my car needs to get cleaned out if anybody else is going. That's for sure. That's for sure. That's a given. Because this, let me show you guys. I'm still trying to get things situated where we're living. It's working and doing that. It's a lot, as well as the occasional babysitting for me. This is what the passenger back seat looks like. This is from moving. We had to do it in such a haste that we just basically threw... Oh, it's a lot more. It's just that stinking box is in the way of seeing most of it. But yeah, that's what's going on. And I really don't want to just pile it in a corner in this, in my roommate's house, because it's a lot. It's a lot. And, yeah. So, once I get off work, I gotta commit some miracles. Oh, that's just gonna be, peachy. Peachy keen. I thought I lost this perfume. But anyways, we're gonna talk about today expectations. So, when you have this long thought out idea of how things are going to go, how you want things to go, like, let's say you're a teenager and you're just getting into high school and you're thinking, oh, it's going to be great. I'm going to make a lot of friends. It's this, it's that, the other. Let me tell you one thing and one thing only. When it comes to expectations of people. And when people are involved in anything, you will have expectations. Little secret. Stop. Don't do that. Don't have expectations of people. And if it's anything to do with people, don't have those expectations. Do not. You will get disappointed. You're setting yourself up to be disappointed and hurt. And you know what? It's not your fault. There's nothing wrong with you. We all are allowed to have hopes and expectations. We're allowed to do that. We're allowed to have those. But don't commit to an expectation that you have of people. Like, for instance, I am still guilty of this today, and I do get disappointed and hurt by this. Even though I'm 31 years old, I still have an expectations of... I hold my family and my friends very highly, meaning I also have very high expectations of them. And it's not fair to them. It truly isn't, sorry. It's not fair to them, and it's not right by me doing that to them. Got it. You ever wake up and you got I call them eye jelly. These stuff in your eye. Some people are like, it's conjunctivitis. No, it's not. I've had conjunctivitis. That's not what this is. It's allergies. Welcome to the East Coast, baby. But having expectations sets you up for disappointment. And I have high expectations of my family, my friends, and it's not right, it's not fair for me to do that, but I do that because I place high expectations on myself. And I work religiously, diligently, and extremely hard to keep those expectations of myself at a certain point. So, when somebody that I have expectations of doesn't meet to those standards, I remind myself, now, why are you in your feelings? Why are you feeling this way? Well, because I expected, stop right there. You expected what? That they would probably do something that I would probably do. And take consideration of this, that, or the other. And then I remind myself, you expected. How do they know what you are expecting if you don't flip and say it? Communication goes both ways. Even though I just know things, I expect other people to as well, because I don't know. I don't know why I do that. But I know enough that it's me setting my own self up for disappointment and hurt. Part of me believes that I do that because it's hard to voice it out. Part of me believes that I do that. I set myself up for these things because when life gets really good and things are clicking and things are going, I feel like it's too good to be true. And if something, goes wrong or something, or I, get a negative feeling, I guess I set myself up to get a negative feeling or a negative something, and I'm back in reality. It's like a boot to my butt to get back into reality. Like, hi, hello, this is reality. You need to get your butt back over there. Okay. Basically, I guess you could say I do that on purpose, and it can cause some serious detriment to other people and me, but a lot of people, I think, already, I don't expect this. I don't expect people to know this about me. What I do expect them to know about me is, if you want to accuse me of anything, accuse me of being self-sabotaging. That is something that I'm forever going to have to work on, because mainly it's like a programming. As I grew up, it's like a programming. It's rough. It's hard to break deep set habits. Like if life is too good, I have trouble believing it. If anything in my life is really good, it is really hard for me to believe that it is really real. It is really happening. Because where I come from, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. There's something hiding. You know, something hiding and lurking in the corners or in shadows, waiting to screw your little real life daydream up. But choosing the path that I've chose, it's got me to believe that, you know, if things are too good to be true and you can't find anything wrong with it, enjoy it, hold on to it, keep it tucked away safe, share it, like a little jewel, like, oh, look what I got. I want to share this with you. Look. Isn't it beautiful? And I truly wish that one day, you know, if there was a way, I would love people to feel my feelings, feel my veracity of my emotions when it comes to a good emotion. And maybe it'll alleviate a lot of people's pain. Because there is an ability where you can get people to see, feel, sense your emotions. When you truly love someone and you're connected to them, they have the ability of doing that. True love. You know, my husband realized how much I love him, and I realized he loves me exactly the same way, in the same capacity that I do for him. It was truly a beautiful moment. It was like looking at the core of the world in existence. It's beautiful. If I could ever create something to show everyone what I saw and felt, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would be striving for the same thing. It's beautiful. The thing is, when you have expectations, the ugly truth is that just because you have expectations of somebody, it does not mean that if you want it that bad, it does not mean that person that you're wanting it from can measure up. Bless you. Ugh. Did I just bless myself? What kind of crap is that? Sorry about that. I'm really odd in the morning. Ooh, that's a pretty crow. That's a big crow. Anyways. chances are, if you have expectations of a certain something you want in your life that a human being can give you, it's not necessarily going to mean that the person that you're with or can measure up to it. What it can mean, however, is if you are wanting it that bad and that hard enough, it's going to manifest, probably from you, or it's going to come from the unlikeliest of person that you can ever think of. And who knows? Maybe that other person is your soulmate. Why close one door that's open for you? Why? Why do that? Why? That's not what I mean. Don't shut yourself out of other possibilities. Oh, man. Because you never know. That could be your heaven on earth. You never know that that person could be the answer to your prayers. Like, for instance, my husband. A guy like him, you'd never think that someone like me would get married to. But hey, lo and behold, I had someone message me yesterday and say, "Do you think you're an expert in life?" No. I'm no expert in anything, and yet I know a lot. I know enough to get me to where I am now. Functioning. For the most part. The one thing I wanted to overcome in my life is my mind, my emotions, and a lot of my physical issues. My health, too. And you know what? It took me leaving Virginia to do it. Basically, Virginia, I imagined, was like a crib. You know, you put a baby in. Well, I basically turned that crib over and crawled right out of it and went on to Oklahoma. Came back walking. I had to kick my training wheels out from under my tail in order for me to grow, in order for me to flourish. Did I fall? Did I get hurt over there? Yeah. Like you wouldn't believe. It's a freaking nightmare. But I survived. I grew. I got smarter. And I got stronger. Because I realized not everyone, there's not always going to be a person that's willing to do for me. There's not going to always be a person to pick me up when I fell. And you know what? The people that I thought would help me over there turned me down every time. But the people I didn't expect to help me, they gave a lot. They gave a lot. And I didn't do anything for them. And the people I did do for weren't around. That was a valuable lesson I learned too. I also learned to fight. The person I was with at the time pretty much tried to keep me under lock and key. Quite literally, actually. And, I ended up fighting. I made him send me away because I wasn't going to be able to leave any other way. Unless there was a freaking body bag. Like, okay. You want me? You got me, buddy. Trying to mess with me and No. You don't want me around. You don't want what I offer. Send me back the frick home. Send me home. I became stronger for all of that. Through the ashes, I emerged, was reborn. So when someone says, I wish life didn't have pain, you really don't want life then. Because life is struggle, life is pain. Through that struggle and through that pain, we grow. Sure, we have expectations that life is supposed to be grand and great. You see all these people walk around, driving in these great cars, wearing these nice suits, looking fine and fleek. But do they really have all their shit together? If they appear that all is well, chances are there's something serious going on. They just don't want everyone to know. And people go out in public to escape the personal crap they got going on. And you know what? Who can blame them? There's stuff that I'm going through right now that I wish I could run away from. But if I give in and run away, I'm not going to learn nothing. I'm not going to overcome it. It's going to still be there when I get home. In my mind, in my heart. Still going to be there. No matter where I go. I could go back to Oklahoma and the problem will still be there. Well, there is problems still over there, but that's another story. The bottom line is, a lot of our upset is due to having an expectation and it not being met. Hey, it happens. Life is not always going to be pliable for you. Some people have really hard, terrible lives, but they still wake up every day, go about their business, and deal. There are kids born with cancer. Their lives are hard from the start. There are kids that have conditions where every simple breath is a struggle. There are kids that are born vegetables, where every single bodily function is monitored by some kind of machine. And everything is done for them. You can't tell me that their lives are not a struggle. I was friends with one person, and she had a son who I forgot what the term was, but he was 7 years old, still in diapers. He couldn't do for himself. He had breathing problems. He wasn't, I would say he was a vegetable, but not really. I mean, he could look at you, acknowledge you, smile, frown, fuss. Other than that, he was still a big infant. 7 years old. And he was still, like, his mobility was still infancy. I forgot the term for it. But you can look at him and tell that, you know, he was a fighter. And that every day was a struggle for him. Because he could look at his big sister and see her run and play and all that. And he couldn't do that. couldn't do that. Do you think he wanted to? You're darn straight he wanted to. But you know one thing? One quality he had that I did pick up on? He had no expectations of anyone or anything. He was happy for every moment he has with his family and just being awake. The only expectation he had was, well, actually that wasn't an expectation either. It was a hope to wake up once he went to sleep. No 7-year-old child should have a life like that, but he does. I don't even know if he's still with us, but he was a strong boy. Is. I don't know why I'm saying was. I don't know. I really hope that he's still with us, because but anywho, me and his mother stopped talking because I was honest with her, and I tried to, she wanted me to do a reading, and I did a reading, and I was honest, and she didn't really care for what I had to say. I mean, that's always been my downfall. People, they like the idea of me. I'll do a reading for them, and they get upset. I wish I had, if I had something good to say, I would definitely say it. But if there's something heavy and dark going on in the future, I'm going to want to give you a heads up. I'm going to want to tell you, hey, look out. This is going to happen. She asked me if her little boy would make a recovery, and I'm like, no. He is going to be that way for the rest of his life. For however long that may be. Changes. I mean, the kid beat pneumonia. I was floored. I'm like, she says, is he going to beat pneumonia? I'm like, yeah, I believe so. I knew he was. But I said something else is going to happen. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to say. She didn't like that answer. So, Jonathan! But when we have expectations, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's in the cards for us to have those expectations met. Expectations are good cornerstones to learn from, but they're not good to have hopes in. Expectations are hopes that we've rehearsed in our mind to the point where we strongly have faith and believe in. Sometimes those expectations are met, but there are other expectations that are not met, and we get in our feelings for it. We get a little butthurt because of it. Hey, it happens. Even I get those. I get expectations and don't voice it to my husband, and he wonders why I get an attitude, and he's like, what's wrong? I'm like, you didn't do this, or why did you not do that? Or why did you say this? Why did you say that? Truth be told, I'm upset because I had an expectation and I didn't voice it out. So I only set my own self up to get mad at, well, me. And then I go back to him like, hey, I'm sorry, I love you. I didn't tell you nothing. Yeah, right, you didn't tell me you wanted this or blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's all me. That's me being a woman, I guess. Or just putting the cart before the horse. Yeah, I am sorry. But yeah, well, that's all I have time for today. Once I get off here, I'm not really going to have time to be on YouTube or Facebook. Unless I'm playing music, then I'll be on probably YouTube or Spotify. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope we all have a really good day today. And love and light to you all. Namaste.